Hello students. So last lecture we are discussing about the what is called radiation and what is called black body radiation. So our next topic is how to explain Planck radiation law. So based on the Planck radiation law, we are discuss another laws which are famously known as Wien's law and Rayleigh-Jeans law. So first of all, we have to understand that what is the basic idea behind the Planck radiation law, or it is also known as the Planck hypothesis. So first of all, in black body radiation, we already studied that actually what is the concept of black body. That if we take one imaginary box like this, and some radiations are entered in the box, then what will happen is there are so many reflections of the radiations inside the box, and due to these reflections, every time the reflected radiations decreases some amount of energy which they carry, and the transformation of energy is happen due to the temperature difference between the radiation and the temperature of the wall. So the radiation is absorbed by these imaginary blocks, and due to that the temperature of the box will be increased. So this is the basic idea behind the black body radiation. So what we understood is that if 100% absorption is happened in the this imaginary box, then this box or this hole is known as the perfect black body. But after that, what is the procedure or what is the calculation for this amount of energy? It means how much amount of energy is absorbed, or what is the equation to express this black body radiation or absorption and emission of this energy. So that particular point of view is explained by Planck radiation, or explained by the Planck hypothesis. First assumption is a black body radiator contains simple harmonic oscillators of molecular dimensions which can vibrate with all possible frequencies. So what is the molecular dimension and what is the harmonic oscillator? It means that if we consider this box again, and if we consider that, so when the radiation is incident on the wall of the cavity, then what will happen is the molecules of the walls, it means if we consider that the molecules are absorb energy, suppose we consider the molecules and the radiations are incident on the molecules, then when the molecules absorb this radiation, then it will vibrate on that particular point or on that particular dimension or a particular frequency. Dimension, that means if we consider it in the degree of freedom of this molecule, then if the molecules are vibrate in the plane, it means in the x direction, or whether it is in x or y direction. So the molecules or the degree of freedom are suppose 2, 3 and 5. So this degree of freedom is indicating that the molecules will be vibrate and at the very much possible frequencies. It means that the frequencies are different for different molecules, because the absorption of energy is also different for different molecules. So this is the concept, or we have first idea of the Planck radiation hypothesis, and this is the first assumption of Planck hypothesis. Now secondly, second is the classical principle of equipartition of energy is not applicable to black body oscillators, because this assumption would lead to the Rayleigh-Jeans expression. Instead, it is assumed that the oscillator of the Planck black body cannot have any amount of energy but has a discrete energy equal to the integral multiple of some minimum energy. It means that the molecules are having discrete energy values. Discrete, that means કે દરેક મોલેક્યુલ્સ પાસે છૂટી છવાઈ ઉર્જાનું મૂલ્ય છે, અને એનર્જી ડિસ્ટ્રીબ્યુશન પણ એ જ રીતે થશે કે દરેકને અલગ અલગ ઉર્જાનું મૂલ્ય છે એ મળતું રહેશે. સપોઝ one molecule has 10 joule, then another one is 50 joule, then some other has 100 joule, and so these are the number of energies which has by the molecules. So instead of it assume that oscillator of the black body cannot have amount of energy but has discrete energy levels. So the discrete energy level equation is E is equal to NH nu. It is also known as E is equal to NHF, where E is amount of energy which absorbed by or emit by the photons, N is a number of photon, H is a Planck constant, and nu is the frequency of that particular molecules, or the vibrational frequency of that particular molecules. It is also expressed as the E is equal to N Hc upon lambda. So energy of a molecules is in the inversely proportion of lambda and directly proportional to the frequency. So if frequency is higher, then amount of energy will be higher. And this also shows that we also calculate the minimum energy of a molecule. That means that if we take n is equal to 0 to integer values, so 0, 1, 2, 3, okay, so minimum number of photon energy is also calculated from the equation. It means if we put n is equal to 1, then we can calculate, or we able to calculate the amount of energy of one single photon also. So this equation is express the quanta of energy or quantum of energy. So it is known as also as a quanta of energy. Now, so nu is the frequency of a oscillator and n is the integer number. So I already explained that. And the third assumption is the oscillators do not radiate or absorb energy continuously. However, the oscillators can exchange energy, emission or absorption within its surrounding in discrete values like 0 h nu, 2 h nu, 3 h nu up to n h nu. The multiples of some small unit called quantas. So this is known as a quantas, h nu, 2 h nu, 3 h nu. So whatever the value of n, whatever the value of nu, so we can calculate the energy of a single atom or a single quanta. So the third assumption is also shows that the absorption and emission also is in the formation of a discrete level. It cannot continuously absorb or emit. Like one photon is absorb some energy at some level, but after some time it cannot absorb an energy. So it is up to the atom behavior that that particular atom will absorb energy or not. So sometimes it emit, and also emission is also happen, but sometimes it also only absorb the energy. The emission procedure is not happening. So this is the characteristic of that particular atom. So exchange of energy is not a continuous process, okay, and it is on the discrete level also, and it is the depend on the E is equal to NH nu. So from the equation E is equal to NH nu, we can calculate energy also. We also try to find out the number of photons also. If we know the values of energy, or we know the values of E is equal H and F, then we can calculate number of photons. And similarly, at the time we also consider that if we have more number of photons, then we have more number of or more value of energies. If we put one atom here or one single photon here, and instead of one single photon we put 1000 photon, then naturally the frequency will be higher, so the amount of energy will be higher. So this is the assumption of Planck hypothesis, and there are only 3 assumptions, but it is the it is the very good equation to explain the energy of a quantum. Now next next is 2 fundamental laws of black body radiation. One is Wien's law and the another one is Rayleigh-Jeans law. Actually Stephen's Boltzmann law is you already study in 11th standard, but we go through the statement of the Stephen-Boltzmann law also. So these laws are indicating the relation between energy and wavelength. So there are a certain amount of wavelength which or a certain amount of energy can be calculated for the black body radiation or black body spectra, but for that we have to identify the equation, or we have to understand the equation of these different laws. There are some limitations of the law also, so that limitations is also carried out from the explanation. So first of all, we are going through the first law, that is called Stephen-Boltzmann law. So this is the statement of Stephen-Boltzmann law. The law was established experimentally by Stephen. So according to this law, the intensity of total radiation E is proportional to the 4th power of the absolute temperature T. So this is the formula. E is equal to sigma T raised to 4. Here T, capital T, is the absolute temperature of a body or of a black body. Black body, that means I already explained that whatever the surface or whatever the body we consider, that body is emit or absorb the radiations from the surrounding, and every time when the absorption and emission will be carried out, the temperature difference is must. So if temperature difference is not there, then the absorption and emission is not happening. So when any black body is according to the law, the intensity of the radiation, that means E, is every time proportional to the power of absolute temperature T. That means if we consider suppose one black body and the radiation or the absolute temperature is 400 Kelvin, then the energy is proportional to the E is equal to sigma, and we already know the value of sigma, right? So sigma is equal to the value is 5.67 into 10 raised to minus 8. So capital T is 400 raised to the 4. And if you put sigma, then we can calculate the value of radiation, total radiation of that black body. Another expression is 4 upon C, means instead of sigma dash we have to take 4 upon C into sigma. C is the velocity of light in the vacuum, but this equation is not useful for our purpose. Only the equation is sigma is into T raised to 4 is equal to E. So this is the famous equation of Stefan-Boltzmann law. Whenever the absorption and emission or radiation is absorbed or emit, then we can calculate the energy with the help of the temperature equation. Next is sigma is constant. It calls Stefan constant, and the value of is 5.67 into 10 raised to minus 8. This is the unit of a Stefan constant, and subsequently this law was derived by Boltzmann using thermodynamical principle. So it is known as a Stefan-Boltzmann law. Now next is wind displacement. What is called wind displacement? The equation of wind displacement is lambda mt is equal to constant. And the value of constant is 0.269. The value of constant is centimeter into Kelvin. So what is the main purpose of the wind displacement is according to the law, the wavelength at the maximum of the spectrum distribution lambda max is inversely proportional to the temperature T. That means lambda T is equal to, or lambda m is equal to 1 over T. It means that if we change the temperature or absolute temperature of a black body, then lambda will be automatically changing. It means the inversely proportion means if temperature is higher, then lambda will be decreased. And if lambda will be decreased, then lambda is inversely proportional with f. Right? V is equal to hf or h nu. So if lambda is decreased, then the frequency will be increased. So this is the inversely proportion. Then if we increase the temperature of a black body, or absorption and emission is at the higher temperature, then automatically the value of radiation will be also higher, because the lambda is decreasing value and f is in increasing value. So but what is the basic concept of lambda max? That at certain amount of lambda, if we plot that this kind of a curve, here we have lambda, here we have a energy. So at a particular lambda, that means at this point we have maximum spectral energy. This lambda is known as a lambda max. Lambda m or lambda max. It means at a particular lambda we have the particular or a maximum energy or maximum emission or radiation power. But after some time, it means at a particular lambda we have a particular temperature also, that is T. But after increasing or decreasing the temperature, the emission cannot be increased. It means if you see these lines also, the energy is less. But if we consider this point, suppose, so here lambda is very much lower. It means lambda is decreasing. That means temperature will be increased from Wien's law. But if we increase temperature also, the radiation will not increase. It means at a particular lambda we have a particular amount of maximum intensity of radiation. So it depends on the material behavior that at a particular lambda or lambda maximum, that particular black body will emit maximum amount of radiation. That is the main idea of Wien's displacement law. Another formation of Wien's contribution is, or this is also known as a Wien's law, based on the electromagnetic theory and assumptions that the oscillators from which the radiations are emitted are of molecule size, and Wien deduced the expression. This is the equation: E is equal to A upon lambda raised to 5 exp minus B upon lambda t. Here A and B are constants and lambda is wavelength, T is absolute temperature. So E is the energy emitted between wavelengths lambda and d lambda plus d lambda. It means the regular interval of lambda. We can calculate the value of energy. Here it is also mentioned that energy is in the inversely proportion of lambda. So it is also indicating that if lambda will be less, then energy will be higher. So it was found that the above equation gives very good fitting of experimental curves in the low wavelength region, but did not reproduce the results at the higher wavelength region. So this application or this equation is only applicable for lower wavelength values. So this is the drawback of Wien contributions, that you can remind that the wavelength is low, then only this expression is applicable. This is the graph of intensity versus lambda. I already explained the curve, but here we show three different curves. That is, one is the Planck curve, another one is Rayleigh-Jeans curve, and this dotted line is the Wien's displacement. So it shows that from three different expressions, or means from Planck expression, that is E is equal to nh nu, from Wien's displacement we already I show you in the previous slide, and another one is Rayleigh-Jeans formula. So from the three different formulas, if we plot this kind of a graph, then we can differentiate that the intensity of radiations is different for three different equations. So this is the difference between the expression of the equation. Fourth one means second law is a Rayleigh-Jeans contribution or Rayleigh-Jeans law. So in this application or in this law, the classical law of equipartition of energy is used. So classical equation of or classical law of equipartition energy, એટલે કે E is equal to KT. This expression is a classical equation where K is the Boltzmann constant, T is absolute temperature, and E dash is the average energy. એટલે કે તમારે એવરેજ એનર્જી છે એ ઓસિલેટરની લેવાની છે. ઓસિલેટર એટલે હવે તમને ખ્યાલ આવવો જોઈએ કે બ્લેક બોડીના ઓસિલેટર્સની વાત કરીએ છીએ, જે આપણે પ્લાન્ક બ્લેક બોડી રેડિયેશનમાં એક્સપ્લેન કર્યું. If we further shows that the number of modes of oscillation dn in the wavelength range lambda and lambda plus d lambda per unit volume of cavity is equal to 8 pi d lambda upon lambda raised to 4. So this is the formula of mode of oscillation dn, number of mode of oscillation dn. Actually this is the concept from the number of mode of oscillation dn. That means if particle is vibrate in a particular volume, means in 2 dimension and 3 dimension, then we can calculate the volume of a cavity is equal to 8 pi d lambda upon lambda raised to 4. We can take this equation as a dn is equal to 8 pi d lambda upon lambda raised to 4. So this is equation number 2. આ ઇક્વેશન્સ છે એ આપણે બધા યાદ રાખવાના છે, આપણે ક્યાંયથી એને કેલ્ક્યુલેટ નહીં કરીએ. સો ધ એનર્જી ડેન્સિટી ઇન ધીસ વેવલેન્થ રેન્જ means lambda and lambda plus d lambda is equal to dn into e. means કે આપણે જે આ મોડ ઓફ ઓસિલેશન્સ લીધા dn એને આપણે આપણી આગળની એનર્જીની ફોર્મ્યુલા છે એની સાથે મલ્ટીપ્લાય કરી નાખશું. So dn into e is equal to e lambda d lambda. So where e lambda is the corresponding energy emitted, that means this is the value of emitted energy, d lambda is the corresponding wavelength. So now substitute value of equation 2 and 3 1 and 2 in equation number 3. It means dn ની વેલ્યુ છે એ આ થઈ ગઈ 8 pi d lambda upon lambda raised to 4, and what is average energy is kT. So e lambda d lambda is equal to this. Now d lambda is cancelled out from both the side, so final equation is e lambda is equal to 8 pi kT upon lambda raised to 4. So this is the final equation of Rayleigh-Jeans law, and which we show that E is proportional with temperature but in inversely proportion with lambda raised to 4. Here k and 8 pi is the constant values, so these are the constants. But what is changing here, that is temperature and lambda raised to 4. So this is the expression of Rayleigh-Jeans law, and from this equation E lambda is inversely proportional to the fourth power of wavelength. Thus E lambda continue to increase with decrease in lambda. Okay, so this is the expression of Rayleigh-Jeans law. So I explain you 4 different laws. First of all I explain Planck hypothesis. Then for black body radiation I explain Wien's law, with displacement law, and Rayleigh-Jeans law. Stefan-Boltzmann law is not in your syllabus, but for only expression or for only understanding I express only the statement of the law. So આજે અહીંયા આપણે પૂરું કરીએ છીએ. નેક્સ્ટ જે લેક્ચર હશે એમાં ડી બ્રોગલી હાઇપોથેસિસ એન્ડ અનસર્ટેનિટી પ્રિન્સિપલ છે એ હું એક્સપ્લેન કરીશ, એટલે મોડર્ન ફિઝિક્સના ટોપિક્સ છે એ આપણા કમ્પ્લીટ થઈ જાય. હું સાથે તમને આની જે મટીરિયલ છે એ પણ તમને સાથે જ સેન્ડ કરું છું.